Hello, fellow Rosarians. Thank you for joining me today. I am always fighting the light, so let's hope I can get this done in time. We are planting standards, and if you are new to standards, they are going to come in a couple of different sizes. 36 inch, I think it's 28, and then there's a patio size that's maybe 18 inches. So whomever you're buying from, just make sure that you look at the height to ensure that it'll work where you're planning on putting it. But my favorite is the 36 inch because it just adds so much height to the garden. When your roses arrive, they should be in a plastic bag to seal in that moisture. Today, we are planting Boleros down here at the pier. If you remember, I had flanking the pier hydrangea trees, and they were just kind of, because they grow, 8 foot by 8 foot, they were really just kind of getting in the way. So now I'm going to try 2 Boleros down here, and I think it's going to look so beautiful at the Star Garden. So let me show you really quick how it looks. Beautiful trunks on these, and when you're looking at the roots on a standard, sometimes you may see that the roots are going all in one direction. Very normal, and that's because when they are in the growing field, there's typically a stake behind it, and if you picture, I can kind of see that this has a flat side here. Let me turn it. It probably had a stake right here, and sometimes the roots like to go away from that stake. So this is great looking rose, a very nice root structure. And so what we want to do is when we plant, we're going to plant to this height here. I have found that if I plant it too deep, that because of the clay soil, that they don't do well. So I'm going to plant just to here, and then I'm going to show you, let's look at these pretty canes that are already starting to flesh out. We're going to go ahead and backfill. Again, I plant everything with a little bit of gypsum and biotone, and then I'm going to have Ken show you how to put the stakes in. Depending on who you buy from, you're probably going to have to buy the stakes yourself. They're 4 foot in size, and then you're going to get a tie to put around them. So let's go ahead and put these in really quick. So when I pulled out my hydrangea, the soil is very loose in these raised beds down here, and I really want this closer to this post. So I'm moving it over to this side a little bit more. This is going to dig down into the soil here. Let me grab... I've got a handful of my fertilizer, and you know what, while I'm here, I'm just going to throw a handful in here so that we're done with that. A handful in here. So I anticipate that, the roots are going to grow down on this. I have Nepeta in here that is dormant. I also have drip in here. So look for the area that looks a little bit flat, and that's where you're going to target putting your stakes, because that's already been created for you. So these, I think, are about 2 by 2 by 3 foot because I have 3 foot standards, and then I'm also reusing some ties that I received with other standards that I bought. So let's go ahead and get these babies staked up. Here we go. So I'm going to pull it forward just a little bit. Okay, so you can see that we have tied it as close as we can. It's under that neck, and we are going to tighten that. And I would just check this every year. So if you are considering standards, I think that they will grow well in any environment. I've done a video on how to winterize them with pipe insulation. It's really easy. Thank you so much, Ken. And let's go take a quick peek at this one over here. And what I can do is bring in another tie and tie it down here a little bit tighter, but I think they're going to look fantastic down here. Look at that pretty sunset. So it looks like we caught it just in time. Let me back up here so that you can see how these are going to look. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.